Guys, Jeep Liberty. We're going to do a fluid and transmission fluid filter change. Just kind of want to show y'all what you'll be getting into on this job. You got 10mm bolts holding the pan up.
Stuck in his paint. Pan's good and clean, nothing on the magnet. That'll be a good service.
Here's your filter. You have two Torx 25 bolts that hold this filter up in there. All right, got our Torx 25. Take the two bolts out.
You're gonna have some fluid to come out here when you drop that filter. We're gonna let it drain for a second, then we'll put the filter back up on it. Okay, so you see those high ridges of silicone where they had put this pan on from the factory. We're gonna cut those down with a scraper blade, so make that nice and smooth. Okay, so the surface nice and clean and dry. We're gonna put some silicone on it and get this pan back up on there. All right, guys, there's what I like the silicone bead to look like when I put it on there. And this is what it'll look like when it's smoothed out. I just take my finger and smooth it out. And I don't like a great big silicone bead when I do it. All right, and I like to use the black silicone instead of the orange. That orange just looks real messy underneath of there. When you get done, this black looks really nice and neat. So just to let you know, you might want to go with the black. Okay, just one thing you want to make sure of is make sure that you put the little orange O-ring on the filter. Also, make sure that there is no O-ring still up inside of the transmission. These O-rings are bad about sticking up in the transmission. You just pull it down out of there. Another thing, if you do use an RTV silicone or something like that, make sure that you clean this surface real good. I like to use a brake cleaner and just kind of go around the edges and clean that surface off and let it dry. You don't have to, spray it on there heavily. You can just kind of put it on a rag and just wipe it around the edges, and it'll dry clean. And do the pan the same way. Alright guys, so if you raise the hood up on a Dodge, Jeep, we're changing the fluid here on a Jeep 42 RLE, but I've got this Hemi in a Charger here. I'm going to show you on it. So anyway, if you raise the hood up and you see this kind of a cap, you're going to be surprised, if you've not pulled it out yet, that there's no stick on the end of it. No way to check the fluid on it. So what you've got to do is you've got to order one of these sticks. You can get this at just about any part store, and it's not that expensive to buy. It's just the fact that you have to go buy a stick for it. Anyway, this stick will come with directions. It'll come with it should come with a direction on how to set the fluid level, because as you can see on this stick that we ordered, it's just got 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. It does not have full, hot, cold, nothing like that. So you'll have a chart. There'll be a paper that comes with it with a chart that'll show you, like the 42 RLE or the NAG1 or the 62 TE. It'll show you where you need this at on those transmissions when they are at operating temperature. Now, to get your transmission to operating temperature, you're going to need to drive at about 10 miles, maybe 15 miles. That's what I like to do, about 10 to 15. And I like to find a straight highway where I can get on it doing 55 miles an hour instead of you know, on a back road, you know, doing 35. But anyway, about 10 to 15 miles be up to operating temperature. Then you'll just take and slide the stick down into the end of the tube, and you'll get your reading. Now this car ain't running, so it's going to show over full, but that's all you do to get your reading on it. Like I said, if you raise the hood and you look up there and you've got one of these, and that's what you're going to be up against. You're going to have to order you a stick, and you better do that before you change your fluid and filter, because if you don't have your stick there when you change your fluid and filter, you can put back what it requires for a service field, but you're still not going to know how much fluid you have in it, whether you're full or not, if you don't have one of these sticks to service it with. So that's what you need to do to service your transmission. This is Code Man's Auto, and please subscribe.